Welcome back to Memoir 44. We're doing Sword Beach, and we're using the new flight plan aircraft as well as using all the British troops, because Sword Beach was a British invasion on Normandy, as well as some French commandos. So we have British commandos, French commandos, British Sherman tanks, not the Crusaders you're seeing here, but it is what it is. And we have our Hawker Typhoon. I keep wanting to call it Hurricane. Hawker Typhoon aircraft still in service. It still has 2 ammunition left on it. And it's our turn to play a card. And so I don't know. We might just go 3 in the middle. Or we could do the Armored Assault. No, I think we're going to do the 3 in the middle attack. Because I want to get our plane going again. And I kind of want to move all of our... We might just move all of our troops. I don't know. Let me think. But we are going to do 3 in the middle. And I have to figure out which 3 troops to activate. I think we will activate our plane one last time. And then we have 2 other units to activate. Let's activate our commandos. And we'll activate these troops that are already kind of on the beach. All right, let's get moving our troops. All right, we want to be moving our troops up. So we're going to move these guys right up here. They can only move 1 because they move into the ocean space. And of course, they have to stop immediately, and they cannot attack. Now, commando units can move to and attack. So there's that. Keep that in mind. And these regular troops, we're just going to move them 2 up. 1, 2. Now they can only move 2 anyway, and on beach hexes you can only go 2. So there we go. That is taking that. They can't attack because they've moved 2. And now it is time to activate our aircraft. All right, one final run for our aircraft, and it can move up to 4 spaces. It has 2 ammunition, 2 bullets left. So it's going to go across here. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it would also drop a bullet there. All right, that's the only place it's going to be having attacks. So let's just go ahead and have the attack. So now bullets, we have to roll let's take a look at it, because it's a little bit different than just a regular attack. So machine gun, we're rolling 1 die, terrain protection's ignored, so we ignore it. Scores a hit for each symbol matching the targeted unit, and that's it. So grenades do not hit when we're using a machine gun attack from the aircraft. So we have to roll a infantry unit on this one, or there will be no hit. And we do. So we managed to machine gun down a couple of the German soldiers there. And the last one here, same thing. We ignore the bunker protection, and we need to roll 1 infantry. And wow, we rolled another one. Okay, so that was a great turn for our aircraft. Again, boy, the aircraft's really coming into effect here. Liking that quite a bit. That's going to be the end of our turn. And so we'll be grabbing another command card. And what do we get? We end up getting 3 on the left. Ooh, okay, maybe we'll get our French commandos going. All right, over we go to the German player. All right, the German player is going to be doing attack. They are doing 3 in the center, so there we go. They get to activate 3 units in the center. They will activate these guys. They will activate these guys. And they only have 1 other unit, so they'll activate the guys at the back. Okay, let's get down and get them moving if they are going to. All right, well, these guys are just going to stay in their bunker, and they're just going to straight up attack. These guys are going to stay in their bunker. They are just going to attack. And these guys are going to move right up here behind the aircraft, and they are going to attack. All right, and there we go. So let's figure out where the units are going to attack to and get rolling some dice. Well, the first German attack will be here from the bunker on the tanks. It's going to be 3 dice, 2 dice. We're rolling 2 dice, attacking the tank units coming up the beach. And what do they get? They get 1 grenade, which takes out 1 tank. Okay, that's getting a little bit skimpy looking on our tanks there. All right, we got, looks like aircraft attack again. All right, well, We're starting with the back unit. They will be rolling 3 dice attacking our aircraft. Only grenades hit, and then we need a confirmation roll of a grenade to down the plane. Ooh, that's 2 hits. So they get to roll 2 dice, and if either of these dice are grenades, that plane is gone. Oh, wow. Oh, boy, did they get their rewangy. Well, they have now blown our fighter bomber right out of the sky. That is a medal for them, and we can no longer deploy any fighter bombers. They are out of the game. Wow. They still have the bunker units to do some attacking. And the units in the bunker will attack the infantry that just moved up the beach. They are rolling 3, 2, 1. So they're just rolling 1 die, attacking these guys on the beach. And they do pick off one of the British soldiers. Okay, that's the end of the Germans' turn. They will be grabbing another command card. And then it is over back to us, the British player. Alright, we could deploy our fighter aircraft, but I think we're going to hang off on that. I think right now we're going to do our armor assault. Issue an order to 4 armored units. Units in close assault roll 1 additional die. Terrain, movement, and battle restrictions still apply. If you do not command any tank units, order one of your choice. So, we are ordering up to 4 tank units. Well, we only have 3 of them, but we are going to order all 3 before we lose some of our units. 1, 2, and our final tank unit is over here. Now they're going to move, so I'm going to do long distance move. So these guys are going to move here. Now when you move into wire, you must stop. But we wanted them there because now they're adjacent to the bunker. So they're going to be, instead of rolling -2 dice against the bunker, they get +1 die. So 1 die plus a die. They're basically going to roll 2 dice against these guys, or they could roll 2 dice against them. But we're going to roll 2 dice against the bunker. So there's that. These guys are going to move, and they're going to move right here, crushing that wire, but they have to stop. Now, they can attack, but they don't get the bonus of anything. But they've got 3, 3, and 3, so they can attack the 2 German units in behind the bunker. That's still good, and we have the other tank unit here, which will crush this wire. And they get to attack the bunker with 2 dice. So that was a pretty good press for our tank units up the beach. Now let's see if they can do any damage. Alright, so starting off, these guys, now I think, could we actually attack with them all? Issue an order 4 units. Units in close assault roll additional die. Yeah. So basically, we get an additional die. We're rolling 2 dice against the bunker. And we're looking for grenades and infantry symbols. Oh, wow. Nicely done. Boy, we are chipping away at the units. Okay, the other attack, we're going to go this tank, so 3, 3, and 3. They're attacking the 2 here, rolling 3 dice, which is actually nice. So 3 dice against the German infantry, and we take out both of them. That's our 2nd medal for the British, and they just wiped out that squad of Germans. And we have 1 final tank. We have 1 final tank unit here. It is in close combat, so it'll get to roll 2 dice instead of just the 1 into the bunker. And let's see if they can do any damage against the bunker units. And they get basically nothing. The tank doesn't hit. And bunkers get to ignore the first flag. They're not artillery, so they do get to ignore it. So there we sit. And then we grab another card, and we get issue. Wow, direct from HQ again. We're getting some really lucky card draws. Okay, back camera. We're over again to the end of the episode for the German units, which are dwindling fast. Alright, our aircraft have been so successful for this playthrough so far. Alright, the German units are going to issue an order, and they are issuing Barrage. Ooh, that don't sound good, does it? Target any 1 enemy unit. Roll 4 battle dice, ignoring any terrain battle die reductions. Score 1 hit for each die matching the unit symbol, or a grenade for each flag. Retreat a hex. Flags can't be ignored. Ouch. Okay, so which unit are they which unit are they trying to take out? And I believe they are going to go ahead and attack this tank unit right here. So they're going to be rolling 4 dice. Let's zoom down and see what the barrage is going to do to them. The Germans call in a heavy barrage against the tanks coming up the beach. 4 dice. And was it stars? It was symbols. So tanks and grenades. Well, which is going to be anyway. So 4 dice. Oh, the barrage, so totally ineffective. The tanks do have to retreat 1 though, so there's that. That was pretty good for us. All right, Germany gets to grab another card, and that is going to be the end of our episode today. So we're going to back the camera out and wrap it up. All right, well, that's going to wrap up our episode for today. Pretty happy with the progress of the British so far. We actually have 2 medals, and the German player has 1. And we have got the bunkers. Well, I guess they're not dwindled too much. 2 in here, 3 there, 3. I guess that's still pretty good bunker support. And we still have a lot of units kind of still in the ocean that need to move forward, but we sort of press the tanks forward first. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, descriptions, and likes. Memoir 44. We're doing Sword Beach. We're using the British units. Plus we have some French commandos, and we're using the airplanes from the new flight plan. I've had a lot of fun with this one. Actually really cool. So thanks so much for watching along. Hope you join me tomorrow for the continuation of Sword Beach.